Hey YouTube, make another video real quick before I go to my girlfriend's. So far, been messing around with this car, doing a lot of work to it, and folded the trunk lid. I'm gonna end up notching this frame right about there, so that this folds up into that trunk lid, and hopefully it'll stop right at there, and that'll make that more solid, so I have less leverage to hit me and bend my frame down or straight up, so that I can't see. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I found this radiator back in the pile, a bunch of radiator stuff and parts of derby cars. So it's a radiator, transmission cooler, fans, everything I need. I'm gonna take the transmission cooler off, and I'm gonna try to mount it right there beside my seat, behind the battery, in here. And then I'm gonna make a little box for it, so just in case it gets too hot or transmission fluid leaks out, I don't want to get it on me. Run a toggle to it, and we'll get that going and keep that nice and cool. And then for as the radiator goes, that radiator is going to sit, hopefully, down in there behind the engine to the right, about where the passenger's stuff would be, so that it's out of the front of this car and don't get smashed up. Now this engine, we're gonna flip the heads over, make stacks. We're gonna get an engine cage made. I'm allowed an engine cage. It's just not allowed to be mounted to the frame. So we're gonna make that off the engine mounts, which are you all should know down there. We're gonna get this tuned up. We're gonna get it running right. Toggles. I have broken 3 toggles. I mean, they're cheap. I don't like them at all. So I'm just going to go back to the old light switch box, which I've used. That's my ignition stuff for, fuel pump, all that good stuff. I need ignition coils. I'm going to get 2 new ones, and I'm going to go ahead and loop them so that they don't overheat. They overheat, they bust. I've got broken this. I don't even think this one's any good. I broke this one on the floor. And 2 batteries, you know the deal. Roll cage, you've seen this before. This bumper is the front bumper off this car, and I don't know if I'm going to use it because we've ran 3 of these cars. Not me personally, my buddies have run these cars, and these bumpers fold in half right in the middle. We've had 2 of them do that. So I don't want it to fold and, poke anything important in there. So as far as this went, I cut the radiator support off because it was welded to the frame. And I put spacers in. I'm allowed 4 inches. So they're 3.5 inches just to be safe, in all thread. And I'm allowed 3x3 plates to hold down this. So this is a lawnmower blade that I cut. They're extremely hardened. Really tough metal. So how this one is, there's 1 bolt there, 1 nut goes through this, which I welded on, and that's you're not allowed to weld this, but that's a spacer. Another nut right there to keep this one section by itself in case it bends up farther, so it doesn't mess with this down here. There's another nut in between the hood and the radiator support, which I'm going to end up putting a little piece of pipe in here and weld them to the radiator support so this hood will sit on them and I can pull it tight. And then a nut on top. Same thing with the other side. There's actually the whole lawnmower blade still on this one. I haven't cut it. And, some welding. I did some welding down there. Not the greatest down there because I was welding on some really hard stuff. That's galvanized, I believe. Hard to weld to galvanize. And then my bumper mounts I flipped up so the bumper will sit a little higher. The reason why I really lifted this front end of this radiator support is because this radiator support sits so low when it's not lifted. I mean, it sits a good 3 inches below the bumper, and if cars start hitting, when I get the taller tires and stuff on the front of this car, you're probably going to go over, and it's going to bend all that to heck. It's also why I'm making my engine cage go down under my oil pan, so I don't bust all that out. I also have to chain my engine to the frame. I can do that. I can chain it, and I can chain my transmission to the transmission bracket, because in case the rubber mounts break. That's about it for today. I'm going to make another video after I get some of this stuff done. I just wanted to let you all know what's going on. And I'll see you all next time. Thanks.